What is the good word, everybody? This is your man's the one. And you know, I'm joined by the big man in the middle, Storm. And this is the state of basketball, brought to you by Rockstar Realtors. If you are looking to buy or sell a new home, make sure you check out our man, Shawn Nugent, over at Rockstar Realty, 317-503-8322. An elite performance. If you're trying to get that body in that elite shape or whatever it is that you want to get your body into, go check out our guy Zach over at Elite Performance at 765-499-1005 and at Aries Academy, Vision Sports Academy. Check those guys out on the website, www.ariesacademy.com. Use the promo code BWSPORTS1 and you'll get some cool little thing with what they do over at Air Sports Vision Training. And last but not least, we have Driving for Dyslexia, 317-643-1105 for a non-profit organization who is giving good supply or donate supplies to teachers and organizations that give help for children and persons of dyslexia. What is going on, my good man, Stormin Mormon in the middle?
What's going on? The one, big mattress, him, etc., etc. How your week been, buddy?
Hey, man, the week has been pretty good. Now that you say that, I have had quite a few alter ego nicknames, wherever it is you want to go. But yeah, the weekend was pretty good, man. We spent the majority of it in the gym at the Shamrock Classic, the first AAU event for my daughter's 17U team, the Lady Gym Rats, Nike Gym Rats. First chip for them. They go 5-0. They had one contested game, which would have been the championship game with Indy Elite. It looked like a sectional regional game in these two good games, man. There was like North Central girls, a lot of talent, but it's with the same talent we saw in the sectional and the regional, and that I've watched over the last couple years. So that was a good thing. They won the chip. So that was pretty much it for me, bro. What about you?
What did I do this past weekend? I feel like we're Thursday now. I feel like eons ago. Went out to dinner, I believe. Watched some. I can't remember. It's too long ago. Not gonna lie. Felt like it was pretty good though. I made it. I made it to work, so that's always a good thing. Just gearing up for this big life change thing I got going on this coming week. So other than that, just kind of getting ready for that move, but good spirits and seeing where it goes. Excited about this tournament this weekend, and I'm off actually, so I'll be able to watch some of these games.
Oh, bro, we're going to get to that. We're going to flip the script on you guys a little bit tonight. You know, we normally start off with our college and high school scenes or something like that, but we are going to flip you today and do NBA because of the tournament. But before we dive really into that, I want to make sure we throw our shots out to all the teams that made it to all the high school boys teams here in Indiana that made it to semi-state this upcoming weekend. It's going to be a little different for us here in Indiana. You know, semi-state games tend to come instead of going out in the state, they normally come back into the city, semi-state and state games. But with the tournament, the NCAA tournament going on and taking up all the venues here in the city, the semi-state games are going to be spread out a little further out over the state, but they will be back next weekend in for that Saturday in downtown for the state. So congratulations to all the boys teams who have made it to this far in your tournament, in your season. Good job there. So Storm,
yes,
NBA.
Sir.
Didn't get to dive into it like we wanted to with the All-Star game, you know, and all that good stuff because we had our technical difficulties. But in the past, after the break, what are you expecting from? Have you liked it? Okay, let's start over. What have you seen since the All-Star break, as in hot teams, cold teams, or just something that just gives you a little bit of extra feeling, so to speak?
So this is what I got. Brooklyn. If you look through the archives, I always had my questions. Like I always felt like there was something that's going to go on. Dude, these dudes is balling now. They got it together, and KD is not even playing. So for them to rack up, I think they're on like a 6-game winning streak, and some of that could be prior to the All-Star game, but 6-game winning streak is tough, and I feel like it's one of the highest in the league right now. I'm thinking they're coming together. The Bucks are finally waking up. I think they're on like a 5-game winning streak. The Bucks are trying to get themselves together. So that's definitely a team to watch. And then on the lower end, like a sneaker, is Atlanta. Atlanta, I think, is on like a 6-game winning streak right now. So maybe they're trying to put it together and come together to be able to make that move. And that's just in the East. So for the West, it's pretty much the only dark horse. I don't even know if I have a dark horse. If Denver is a dark horse, then fine. But Phoenix is maybe a team no one's really talking a lot about, and we know my feelings towards a certain player on that team. But I like to put all the credit to Booker and Aiden. I feel like those are the guys that are really putting this team over the top.
Oh.
And then Utah, I'm telling you, ever since Shaq got on the spider about his game, Utah is steadily being up there. So I know the Lakers is your team, and more than likely will be a contender in that. But Utah, Phoenix, Denver for the West.
Yeah, I like it. I don't have any questions, any qualms about any of your hot teams. I'm gonna jump back to the East real quick. I do like the Brooklyn thing. They're playing tremendous basketball right now. It has absolutely nothing to really do with their lack of defense. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they haven't played the right teams or the right teams healthy, but you can't really use that as an excuse because they're not healthy. Durant hasn't played for 2 weeks before the All-Star game. Kyrie didn't play last night, and James Harden had a 40-point triple-double. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that I was worried about was the dribble, the aspect of dribbling. Kyrie has gladly given
the ball in their hand all the time.
Right. Kyrie has gladly given up the point guard role, and James Harden is gladly taking it over without dribbling the ball 40 times a possession. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about to see how this Brooklyn thing goes. But then again, we know what James Harden can do, 2 teams and 4 teams in the regular season, but we've yet to see this type of production in the playoffs. I think that's where Kyrie and KD come in, but KD has to be healthy. We're getting a lot of injuries the last couple years with Mr. KD. He's back. He's played a couple games. We've had the COVID, but when you come back from the COVID issues, I don't say he's had it, but you've had the protocols that you had to go through. But you come back from that, and then you got the hamstring. There's something with your legs now that we're starting to see a pattern with. I'm glad you can shoot that jump shot so well because, Duncan's might be out of it here pretty soon. So I like that. One team I think you did mention in the East who is on the strong come up, even though they did take a 1-point last-second shot loss to Memphis last night, is Miami. You can't sleep on the Heat right now. They were on a 7-game winning streak, and Jimmy Butler has got them. He's back healthy, no injuries, no COVID protocols, and Miami is playing like the Miami you saw enter into the bubble.
And wasn't there just trade was Leonard on that squad that just got traded?
He's gone. Miami? Yep, he got traded for.
Who did he get? Who did they get? Do you remember?
Trevor Ariza.
Okay. So that's another defense. When I feel like he's more of a playoff player than a regular season player.
I completely agree there. So keep a look. I like the Hawks thing. Boston is a cold slide for me.
Yeah,
what I mean.
That. And I don't get it. I really don't understand. Other than should they have really gotten rid of Rozier and who was the other one they got
Gordon.
rid of? Yeah. Well, no, it was someone else, wasn't it? No.
Well, they paid Gordon. Charlotte paid Gordon. Yeah.
It was Horford that got out of there, right?
Horford had been gone. Because
Okay,
Horford had been he had been in Philly. So it was
But that just happened. But that just happened though, right?
Like
that
2 years, like 2 seasons ago.
I thought
Horford played in Philly last year.
But when they were doing well and when Kyrie wasn't there, Horford was on the team.
Yeah, I'm had to check on that. I think Horford's been gone for 2 seasons.
Right, but I'm saying it's been 2 seasons when Kyrie was not there and they went on that run.
Right. Horford was there.
Right. And I'm saying they're missing that leadership and Rozier, and they're just, it's sad. Like they really should be playing more up to their abilities. And they're not.
I mean, I feel what you're saying on the leadership thing. Al Horford has that type of character, that type of career now. But right, but that team has transitioned on. You know what I mean? Jason Tatum, that's your role now. You know what I mean? Yeah. You gotta have that leadership. That's your role. You know what I mean? You can't keep deferring to Marcus Smart. You're the star of that team. You're supposed to be the leader of that team. That's who they're supposed to be following. You know what I mean? Kemba Walker, we can't keep you on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Can't stay healthy.
Can't stay healthy. You know what I mean?
And one thing I'll say about Kemba is, most NBA players, when the super duper stars, when they get to that age where for Kemba, it was his speed. Well, now the speed is, what have you worked on? What is your turnaround fadeaway Jordan? What is your turnaround fadeaway Kobe? What is the thing that you're going to rely on because the speed is not there anymore? And I don't know if I see that.
Right. I agree with you there. And the team, not because they're the home team, but a team I think we need to start to keep a close eye on. I mean, I know they're sitting at the 10th spot right now. 3.5 weeks ago, they were in the 4th spot. So, play around with those 6 spots right in there. But I'd have to keep an eye on Indiana. The injuries are starting to come back. Karras is starting to get his first games back. And as soon as that team gels again, I think you'll see a late run from the Pacers. So keep an eye on them.
I hope not. I would love to be in the lottery. Just please. It's been since the 80s. Like, please.
Well, it's probably going to be since the 80s still. But turn the switch page over to the West. I have no arguments with your Utah. I know Spiders started playing a little better when Shaq challenged him. I know Rudy Gobert started to play better when I challenged his $200 million contract. I mean, 22 points and 28 rebounds. I don't care who you are. That's a fabulous game. So, excuse me. So, Utah, I like that. I hope they can sustain that energy all the way through. I still don't, even if they do finish at the number 1 seed, I still don't see them finishing or coming out of the West. Let's see. Phoenix. I got a question for you on Phoenix. And I heard this just like barbershop talk the other day, and I'm going to mention it to you, but I like the way Phoenix is playing, and you cannot, I know you don't want to, but you cannot not see the difference of the veteran leadership and how you play the game with Chris Paul asserted to that team. Yeah, they won all their games in the bubble last year. He was not there.
Exactly where I was going.
They won all their games in the bubble last year, but it was for naught. You know what I mean? That was a good prelude to what you can see, but you cannot acknowledge the fact of what Chris Paul has done for this team. Everybody's numbers up for his specific reason of that team. His insertion to that team, they go from fighting for the 7th, 8th spot to being the solid number 2 seed in the West right now. And I want to know, why isn't his name being mentioned in the MVP talk? Just throwing it out there.
Who?
I'm just throwing it out
about Chris
there.
Paul?
Yes, I'm just throwing it out.
Oh, no. I'll take Devin Booker if I was a voting interest, I'd take Devin Booker over Chris Paul, because I'm sorry, I feel like your overplaying is there. I feel like it's more timing, them learning from the bubble, learning what they can do, plays a better part than just Chris Paul running his mouth and telling them all the dirty little secret, kick him in the man region parts that he brings to that team. He's like 13 point, like on the court, outside of leadership. He's really not putting in too much. These guys are really doing it. I feel like they were on pace to do it anyway. So,
well, I'm just going to respectfully disagree.
Yeah, I feel like if he wasn't there, they would be in the same place. I just put it like that.
I mean, I respectfully disagree with you because they've shown that they wouldn't be there in that place. And Chris Paul's history should atone for all of your qualms, because everywhere he's gone, everywhere he has gone, they have improved. They have improved. They have improved.
Not win a ring.
And you can say that about everybody. You can say that about a lot of people that have not won rings. So that argument is moot and point when it comes to this situation. When every team that he played,
to me, it's not.
To everybody else, because you're the only one who disagrees with us.
No, I doubt that. I really doubt that. I'm not the only one.
But everywhere he has gone, he has improved that team. Period. The Clippers, before he got there, not a playoff team. When he gets there, a playoff team. Houston, not a playoff team. When he gets there, a playoff team. Oklahoma City, when he gets there, not a playoff team.
A playoff team.
Oklahoma City was not even close. Oklahoma City was not even close to being a playoff team. He was supposed to be a trade and bait. He stays there. They go to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere he's gone, they've improved. Phoenix last year, 7th, 8th spot, playing game. This year, insert Chris Paul, 2nd seed in the West. That's all I'm saying. The numbers speak for itself. The track record.
All I'm saying is not enough. Everywhere KD goes, they go to the finals.
Well, that's not true.
Rondo took 2 teams and got 2.
But that's not true, because Kevin Durant played in Seattle and they didn't go to the finals. So
he was only there for.
But
that was his rookie year.
But did he play there?
He wasn't a superstar.
But did he play there?
Yet.
But did he play there?
He played there, but he was not
Chris
the
Paul makes
caliber of a
better.
player. Chris
Paul makes everyone better. Always has done it. Georgia Tech scrubs before he got there. They had those down seasons from Kenny Anderson where the program was winning 10, 15 games. Chris Paul gets there. They're in the tournament.
What about when was my guy there that was part of the 3 in Miami?
And yes, KD did not go to the finals in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, he did go to the finals in Oklahoma City. Him, Westbrook, and Harden was in the finals in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did, Jordan. That's correct, because they got
I think San Antonio got that. No, they were both in the West. Who got that chip when they were there? Was it LeBron? Who got that chip when they were there?
He said, I forgot to delete it. He said, I forgot to delete it.
But anyway, they lost.
Miami.
Yeah.
Miami?
So it was LeBron and them. So it had to be LeBron and them.
Yeah. So I like Phoenix in the West. Who else in the West? Obviously, you got to talk about the Lakers. I'm not talking about the Clippers because Kawhi doesn't know.
Denver.
Yeah, Denver. Denver's been on the quiet. You know what I mean? Joker's been doing his thing, but Denver's been on the kind of quiet. I mean, I expected more for Jamal Murray coming in this year. Expected a little more.
After the bubble performance.
Yeah, so I expect Denver to stay where they're at. They're gonna compete. I'm not really talking about the Clippers. Kawhi doesn't know if he's going to be there. He's talking a lot of shade through the news. Not something that we've used to accustomed. Paul's crying again, talking about, I don't get foul calls, play better. You know what I mean? Luka Doncic coached both of y'all.
And I got Dallas falling a little bit too in Portland. I feel like those teams are not stepping up to where they need to be. I feel like Phoenix is definitely hopped over them. As well as
Portland is injuries. Portland can't keep anybody healthy except for Dame. You know what I'm saying? They can't keep it healthy. You know what I mean? I forgot their bigs because they're never on it. Nurkic and the other one, Collins is his last name. Zach Collins, that it? They're never on. They're never there. So they've been jumped. Dallas, they give too much faith in Porzingis.
Yeah, and he gets hurt. Like, I feel like he's not going to make it. He's not going to make it through the playoffs.
Granted, he's got gray hair, but damn it, he's always hurt. So, hey, let's pay some bills. We're going to get back to some NBA talk next week. Let's dive into this tournament just for you, Mr. JM. You got to get him some love. All right, so I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. So let's try this again. All right.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Dan over at BWSPORTS1.com and Black and White Sports. And I'm wondering if you're ready to buy or sell that home, now's the time, and I got just the person for you. Mr. Shawn Nugent, a.k.a. Rockstar Realtor himself. 317-503-8322. Put that home on the market. Get into your dream home with this man. Talk to Shawn at Talk to Tucker today, 317-503-8322, and make sure you tell him the boys over at BWSPORTS1.com sent you. Get ready to take your body to the elite level of performance. Call today to set up your free evaluation, 765-499-1005. Elite Performance, where the dream of elite fitness becomes a reality.
All righty, we are back, and this is the state of basketball. We were just having our nice little heated conversation, as we always do with the NBA. You know, always love, but we are going to switch gears, and we're going to dive into some NCAA. It is tournament time. This is Indiana. The whole tournament is going to be here. So it's going to be a lot of fun watching some of the games. I am watching some of the play-in games now. I'm really waiting for this Michigan State UCLA game. We'll talk about that here in a second. But Storm, did you fill out your brackets?
I did not, to be honest. This work schedule's got it kind of crazy. I promise I will focus in next week. I know the tournament will be, a quarter of the way over. But at the same time, I got to keep it 100 with everyone. I do love the sport, but unfortunately, I did not have time to get it in.
It's okay.
I do know who I like to win. I do know. I feel like Gonzaga's going to do it.
It's okay, bro. It's okay. I'd say that not to put you on the spot. I say that because you still have time to get your brackets in. That was the whole point. You still have time to get your brackets in.
I will work on it, but I got to do a lot of packing this weekend. So
the bracket you have
finding time.
You have until noon tomorrow. So I know you like to eat meat. So there's going to be times you're going to be in the bathroom for a couple ticks at a time. You can fill that bracket out on your phone. It is, I'm just messing. Hey, you guys, if you want to get into our tournament bracket challenge, we have entered a group into the ESPN tournament challenge. We have a women's bracket, and we also have the men's bracket up. We do have some good prizes that are up for that. We have some Rogue Energy sports drink. I have my Rogue Energy right here with my cup. We have some of those. We have some merchandise from BW Sports 1. And we are also we are also giving the opportunity to be on the State of Basketball live with Big Storm and myself, the one. So make sure you go to ESPN.com tournament challenge. And you search for the group. I think I got across the bottom. Both groups are the same. BWS1 / State of Basketball. So go check those out. Now we got that out the way. Let's talk Basketball. So you didn't do a women's bracket, which most people don't, but we did incentivize it as well. I'm going to give you guys my women's Final Four, and then we'll dive into the men's a little bit more because I know that's what you guys are looking into. My Final Four for the women's, I got number 1 Stanford, number 1 South Carolina, number 1 UConn, and number 4 IU. And I have South Carolina and UConn in the final game, with South Carolina winning their second national championship. That's what I got for the chicks.
Sounds good.
Sounds
good.
I did 2 brackets. I do 2 brackets every year. I do a bracket that has Michigan winning it because that's just the way it is. And
just how we built.
Just how we built. And then I have a bracket of how I really think it's going to go out. And this year was a little difficult for me because my brackets could have blended in very well if Isaiah Livers was not hurt.
Right. Exactly.
Stretch fractures are a weird thing. It can take you out 6 weeks. It can take you out 4 days. So we don't know what the status is. We know he's not going to play the first weekend, but you can't redo your bracket. So if he was playing, I'm definitely got them as my national championship. With him not playing, I don't. So
unfortunately, I went the other way. Like, I bleed maize and blue, but I gotta always keep it 100. I don't think they would have made it.
You want
to the
even with Livers?
Even with Livers. I feel like they done went far. They might have made it to the Final Four, but I feel like a couple of the losses they got here late, I don't know if it's teams just kind of figuring them out or them being a little full of themselves or a combination of the both. But I feel like championship teams going in have a certain mindset, and then this is the time. Conference championship, I understand the injury where they are just dialed in, and I don't necessarily see that with them, just being honest.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, most people would have a concern of that nature. The only thing that I was concerned about with those losses at the end, the Michigan State loss, I wasn't too much worried about it because the incentive wasn't there for them. They had just beat them.
But why not? We trying to get a championship.
I'm going to tell you. And there's been plenty teams that have not won the conference tournament and still gone on and won the national championship. Taking losses doesn't necessarily put you on the negative note. It kind of wakes you up sometimes when you at a team who's had teams that have had success as they did in their season. For example, Marquette, they didn't lose to BYU, but he said this close game to BYU did wonders for our season. Things like that happen where it go. Now, with Michigan, I wasn't too much worried about the Michigan State loss because they had just beat them the game before, and it was for the Big Ten title. They won the Big Ten title outright with that game. So, yeah, I could see the emotions because we've all done it. We've all played in games, big games, and then not had it all for that next game. It meant more for Michigan State to win that game than it did Michigan. So I can see that. I can take that one. The Big Ten tournament loss, you know what I mean? That's the tournament.
That team, you can't say the emotions wasn't there when you playing that team below us. Like, I don't care. Anytime you see that gray and red, if you're not hyped up for it, that's a problem.
I mean, it is. They should be hyped up for it. But what I'm saying is that was still a game that they had an opportunity to win. You had opportunity at the end. You had the ball at the end. You had a shot to win the game. So you can take that loss. That was something that happens. But the Illinois loss, that's the loss that concerned me because they handled you, not because you were coming off your COVID. You had already been off and played 2 games, won 2 top 15 games, handily. You go into Illinois. Ayo Dosunmu is not playing. He has the fractured face. So they're down their best player, and they handled you with all of your players. So that loss is what concerned me. And that's who they would end up matching up with if they went into the Final Four. That's why I was a little concerned with that loss. So Michigan has a shot like everybody else. They have the quality. I mean, it wasn't always Livers. There were games the Livers didn't show up. Right. But his presence has something to do with it. So I'd like to see how they go. The Big Ten is strong, though.
We'll see. We'll see.
Dickie V. Go ahead.
We'll see, because I feel like the Big Ten has always been a strong representative, and the last Big Ten team that's won the championship is who? Like, we've been in there. Michigan obviously State has been in there. Michigan State, and that was what, early thousands?
I think it was like 11 or something like that. I can't be sure.
I feel like it's a little earlier than that. Like, we're always represented, but don't always walk away with that chip.
Yeah, I mean, the Big Ten is strong this year. Dickie V has got 3 Big Tens in his final four. I don't know how he still got Michigan in there without Livers. But, Franz is a high-level player. I was surprised he came back. COVID brought him back, so he improved. I think they have a shot. Everybody has a shot.
I mean, he definitely has to step up. I mean, this is the moment, right? This is the moment. You do the thing or get off the pot. So
do the thing or get off the pot. I love it. Let's see. What else do we got? Before we dive in a little bit more of that tournament, Rick Pitino. The allegation, the investigation of the FBI in Louisville and Adidas is still not over with. But this guy has another head coaching job, and he's taking his 5th team to the dance. And Iona has a chance to win their first game.
I will just say, I guess he comes from the saying, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. It's pretty sad that he has to go that route to get wins, but I wonder what his legacy would have been if he never took that route. Like, I feel like he is a good coach in some aspects, but dude, just follow the rules, man. Just follow the rules.
Just figure it out. Follow the rules and get better at cheating. You know what I mean? But I think our buddy Rafael Esparza from Bet Your Ass and mybookie.ag, I think he's going to have a prop bet up for when Rick Pitino and Iona hit the floor, if he's going to have on that white suit. So you got that. What else is pretty good? Purdue is the only Indiana team in the men's side representing the state of Indiana. How far did they go?
I feel like that's a bigger deal than the Big Ten. I feel like we are definitely in a little down spurt. I really had high hopes for Butler. But you never know, because do you know the teams that are listed if, COVID happens and a team gets out and they got teams coming in? How many Indiana teams are involved with that? Is it the top 4, the NI?
Hey, I don't know anything about it. I feel at this point, if there's a COVID issue and the team got to pull out, the next team moves on.
I thought they had substitution teams. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. I didn't hear anything about it. If they did,
NINA or NI, the second tier.
The NIT?
Yeah, the NIT.
Yeah, like they're holding.
First 4 of those would transition in to cover that, is what I heard. But
I haven't. I'm not gonna say it's not true. I'm not gonna say it. I haven't heard it. I don't know. Didn't think nothing of it. I just figured they do what the ACC did. Oh, got cut. Well, sorry for you. Next team, keep moving on.
Right.
So,
the Indiana teams. How far Purdue goes? I'll give them Sweet 16 at their highest point. I'll give them Sweet 16.
I think I got them going to the Sweet 16. If I check this bracket here, hell, I don't know where I got Purdue going. Yeah, I had them going somewhere. Yeah, I had them going to the Sweet 16. Actually, I had them going to the Elite 8. I had them beating. Yeah, because I had
you got them beat them.
I had is that right? No, I had them going beating. No, I had them getting to the Sweet 16 and losing to Baylor.
Yeah, that sounds a lot.
I was right. counting my rectangles wrong. So that's a shame. You know what I mean? So IU joins Duke and Kentucky as blue bloods. I don't even really think you could consider IU a blue blood anymore. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, is it just because of the 5 national championships that their name still throws it? You know what I mean? But I don't think you can even consider them. They're like never in contention of anything positive. You know, I mean, the football team and the baseball team, the rest of the team is better. The swimming team, tennis, you know, whatever. But
is it too early to say it's the Bob Knight curse?
I will always say it's the Bob Knight curse. I will always say it's the Bob Knight curse. You know what I mean? So, you know, they fired Archie Miller. So we don't know which way they're going to go. I've heard that Texas Tech guy is going to get the job, but waiting for them to be eliminated from the tournament. I've heard Calbert Cheney's name. You know, they're always going to throw, and I like Calbert Cheney idea. He's with the Pacers right now, but I like the Calbert Cheney idea. We've heard because you're going to always hear it. You've heard the rumors of offers. You've heard Brad Stevens, which makes sense because he's having some issues in Boston. And how long is Danny Ainge going to allow this shenanigans?
Right. Are you saying the shine is worn off on Brad Stevens a little bit?
He might want to make sure he's got that internship still open at Eli Lilly.
Right. I'm just saying, like, yeah. And I feel like Ainge is trying to get some off of him and go with that because he was the one that brought in Kemba. He had it great. He had a ton of draft picks, and this is where they're at now. So I don't think it's all on Brad Stevens.
No.
Like Danny Ainge has something to do with it, but he will let him go just to take some pressure off himself.
Oh, definitely that. Definitely that. All right, so we got the playing games tonight. So looks like we got Wichita State is up 10 on Drake with just under 10 minutes to go. But the game that I'm looking for in this playing scenario is this is a freaking finals matchup. This is a championship matchup. Michigan State, UCLA, and this is to be an 11 seed.
Yeah.
This is great. I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna be on it
as well.
What
you doing? I might slide through there. What you doing tonight other than watching the game?
Other than that, watching the game, talking to Dan to finalize this little thing we got going on with the coach. But other than that, I'm going to be right here, dog. I'm going to watch this game. You got the Lakers on playing a little ball tonight. It's going to be an extravaganza.
I work nights, and this is my first night off where I can actually focus in and do something positive with this.
Hey, the only way that I would allow you to come over and enjoy these basketball games with us, you got to fill out your BSW /
How about that? I will do that while I am there. How about that? So you can visually confirm next week that you visually saw Storm complete the bracket.
I might even take a picture and post it. All right, so let's finish up here so we can get this party started. Guess your final four. Do you know? Have you seen the bracket?
I got my winner. My winner is Gonzaga. That's my gut telling me that. I feel like undefeated season has not happened. I feel like they're old enough because I feel like this tournament, more than any tournament, experience is going to play a key. It just is. So that's what my gut's going with. I don't have the final four, but I got the final winner.
That's good enough for me. My final four in my winning bracket. My final four, I got Gonzaga, Iowa, Baylor, and that's not right. There we go. I got Gonzaga, Alabama, Baylor, and Illinois. I got Gonzaga and Illinois playing in the final. Gonzaga winning 91-87 in overtime.
Big time.
Yeah, this Gonzaga team is loaded. They have five NBA players on their starting lineup, and 2 of them are lottery picks.
just wish the Pacers could get there.
I mean, 2 of them are lottery picks. So, I mean, this team is loaded. They've taken all challenges. Mark Hugh, he's been battling this for 20 seasons now, getting this team really good, and they just can't get over the hump. I think this year is the year they get over the hump. They're the most complete team in basketball, offense, defense, transition. They make threes at a high percentage. They make free throws. They don't turn the ball over. They're solid. Coaching, leadership, upperclassmen, dynamic freshmen. Hey, man, it's the best team in America, and they've proven it. That's your national championship. Gonzaga. Physics. Spokane, Washington. Is that where
it took them a while? It took them a while. Remember when they were just the team that they really worked hard as a program to get to where they're at as well. So I feel like this is just one of those things that's a long time coming.
Yeah, he's earned it. They deserve it. You know what I mean? Now he can get the recognition that he deserves as being one of the better coaches in the college scene. Last thing for that, we got to give a shout out to all the coaches who have come back to their alma maters to do great work. What a win for Patrick Ewing, winning that Big East tournament. Their boys are on a roll. I actually got them making it to the Sweet 16. I mean, when you're hot, you're hot.
Hey, and I'm definitely happy for Patrick because for whatever reason, I don't know what he did, who he said something bad about, but the reason, like, he's been blackballed for the NBA, and the fact that they won the Big East championship, I believe it was the same day that John Thompson was hired, I believe. That was just something special, something sweet.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. So shouts out to all the coaches. They're coaching their alma maters. You got Juwan over, at Michigan doing good work. You got Lavelle Jordan over at Butler doing his thing. So good job for these guys. And it's awesome that they're black coaches as well. So shout outs to that. So, hey, you got anything for the people at this last possible moment of episode 15?
The only thing I have is the sun is coming out. Make sure you get out, get some sun, get some activity going. That's something I feel like everyone needs. I feel like this corona thing is somewhat calming down. You still need to be safe, but I want everyone to get out, man. Get out. And let's not blow all this stimulus money on something that you shouldn't be blowing it on. How about that? Eye of the storm out.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Yes, people, don't do dumb shit with your stimulus package. Life is not worth $350. Please don't do that to your people. You know what I'm saying? If y'all live in India, I know exactly what I'm talking about. So, that's it, man. The one good thing I got, man. Hey, man, if you're a basketball junkie, this is the one good thing.
Enjoy.
Enjoy it. Oh, yeah, that's it. State of basketball. Black and white sports. The one, the big man in the middle, Storm, deuces. What did I say last night that got me in trouble? My nipples